Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, April 27th. Thank you so much for being here. As we get started today, just before I get into our topic on pleasant words and healing words, I mentioned last night at the end of the video, I'll do it at the start of the video this morning. On Friday, I want to have a Q&A. If you have any questions that you'd like addressed or just want to talk about, put those in the comment section of the video. And if we get, if you ask some questions, have some thoughts, and they're there, we'll do it this Friday. May not do it every Friday, but at least this week we'll have Q&A Friday. And if we have enough questions, we might have 2 videos on Friday. So if you have some questions you'd like to ask about anything, but stuff that pertains to our everyday thoughts and speech, or just something that you have a question about, if I think it's something I can be helpful with an answer, I'll be more than looking forward to answer that for you on Friday. So Q&A Friday, if you have questions, just drop them in the comment section. I'll pick them up, and Lord willing, we'll get to them on Friday. This morning, I want to have another thought about, we want to be about more than just saying things that are true. We want to be engaged in the truth. And one of the ways that we engage in truth, that we promote Christ, that we grow up to be like Christ, as we were challenged from in Ephesians last evening, is to speak in a way that brings honor to God. Not honor to me, but honor to God. So I'm just not going to be focused on saying what is true or being honest. I'm going to be focused on speaking truth in love, which really benefits the person that I'm speaking to and honors the God that I'm living in front of all the time. One practical way to do that is to use pleasant words. Pleasant words are not a cop-out. Pleasant words are not something that avoids the issue. So often in our speech, we want to demand justice, or we want to let people know how serious their issues are. But again, is our goal to promote Christ, enlist the power of His Spirit and His mercy? Or do we just want to vent? Or do we want to convince this person? Or do we think that our words have to administer justice? See, that won't promote healing. Notice what the Proverbs say. And Proverbs 16 is a favorite passage of mine. I've even written about it in my book, Everyday Talk. I've got a chapter on holy speech and directions, which takes Proverbs 16, verses 20 to 24, looks at them in detail. But this morning, I just want to look at primarily verse 24, but verse 23, a wise man's heart guides his mouth, and his lips promote instruction. So the goal here is to make instruction, to promote it, to make it persuasive, so that it impacts the person that we're talking to for their good. How do I do that? Verse 24, pleasant words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. The simplicity here in these Proverbs, it's just mind-blowing to me. Pleasant words are a honeycomb. Honey was the sweetest substance in the Hebrew world at that time. Whatever we think is sweet, whatever is a delicacy, that was honey. So a very pleasant to the mouth, to the taste, something that people just really enjoyed. As Bruce Waltke commentates, you might get too much honey, it can make you sick, but you can't have too much of pleasant words. Because what do pleasant words do? Pleasant words, they're sweet to the soul. That means you internally, the person that you see looking back at you in the mirror, the inner parts of that person you want to reach and talk to. Your harshness will only stir up anger. That's why Proverbs 15 and James 1 cause us to stay away from anger that is harsh and just incendiary. Well, you want to reach that soul, that inner person. Pleasant words, healing words will do that. And more than that, they will actually bring healing to the bones. What that means is, in the Hebrew bones is our bodies. Every part about us. It's what we read in Proverbs chapter 3 about when we're not wise in our own eyes, but we're focused on God. It's a good thing for our bodies. It brings healing to us. So pleasant words, in this context, they're a sweet delicacy which brings the soul is sweetened and encouraged, and the body is actually healed. Pleasant words, not harsh words, not words of justice, not words of you deserve this, because God's ways are not our ways. His Spirit operates with different weapons than what we think is appropriate and right. Doesn't mean anybody gets away with anything. It means this, if anything, gives us a challenge to address sin and issues in others extremely head on. But I don't do it with boom. I do it with this beautiful power of pleasant words. The Proverbs 15 says, actually turns away wrath, soothes it, pushes it away. So if you have to speak to someone to correct them, you want to do it from a standpoint of pleasantness and encouraging them. Find a way that says this is something that is going to benefit you and all of us. I'm saying this because I really care about you. Find out how they're hurting, find out what the issue is, but then when you speak, see this power that's here. Do you want to be involved in keeping antagonistic issues going, bitterness flowing? Or do we want to be involved in true healing and true hope for each other? That's a beautiful promise for us. And I'll do a follow-up on this and have some more practical examples for you. But for now, just take to heart what's being said here. Pleasant words are a honeycomb. They're sweet to the soul and healing to the whole body. What a tremendous promise for us. May God give us the courage and the faith and the love of God and the love of the people that are close to us. May He give us that love to use pleasant words to bring about true healing. And that's a beautiful thought. Thanks so much for being here. Check us out everydaytalk247.com. If you haven't subscribed, turn on post notifications. These videos will come right to you. Thank you so much. Don't forget about Q&A Friday. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. You have a great day. Bye-bye.